Welcome to the Land of Work and Joy podcast, your latest episode with your host, me, Mr. K, St. J, my co-host, Blessed, my other co-host. What's happening, gents?
Tripoli poche mdar.
Huh? You've whipped the kasut na eh?
Smart man.
Hey, I don't know
Classic
if I
man.
suit ni all of us. If any is to
You know what we
what
should
kind
do?
of manners are these?
Yeah.
These are standards. I'm at work. I came for work.
Nah,
Like, what do you
think
do
at
when you're
all.
coming for work?
My standards are.
Yeah. But what do you do when you're coming for work? This is work.
Yeah.
If I don't check a suit,
Yeah.
Join said, "I'm
This is just the beginning, sir. There's more to come.
Now as we come out here looking like we are not serious.
I told him that in the morning.
Man, you should have blocked this man from coming here, man, making us look bad. Oh, looking sharp, man. What's the motivation behind the suit?
Cheers. After this, I think I'm going out for church. I have a service.
Oh, okay,
later,
okay.
yeah.
Now, last time you mentioned going for church. It's not a date.
No.
That guy is Muluzak. Be dressed up for a
Dope
chick.
date.
But I to pay to change.
Yeah,
Guys, you can't get it.
It's an occasion and shit.
We're going to the house of the Lord.
Okay.
Nice.
That's all right. That's all right. No, we're looking sharp with the suit, man.
Cheers.
We also need to put us on the suit so that we come through with the suits.
100.
Mbaga if to itemusha business so ngudi yashi yamasuit to avoid to apama poka advert.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, okay, but let's get into what we have today.
Let's go.
So we have some very interesting topics listed for today. Yeah, very interesting, also very thought-provoking.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the first topic we have
Yeah.
is the government is considering to implement a new law to punish child defilers with castration. Mwalishwa castration. Nish.
Kukutena ni mndara. Chosa seti.
Kujuba.
Wakutena ni mchako asitukutie. Sampo wafume.
So that's our first topic for today. That's something that is in consideration. Let me just read from the actual article. So this is on the Radio Phoenix page. Okay? It reads, government considers new law to punish child defilers with chemical castration and harsh penalties for women. Okay? By Nelson Zulu. Community Development and Social Services Minister Doreen Mwamba has disclosed plans to implement a law providing for chemical castration for men and punitive measures for women involved in child defilement and incest. Ms. Mwamba says the law, which aims to curb the rising cases of vices, is expected to come into effect before the end of the year. Oh, so it's quite soon, eh? You know, buddy. Yeah. Okay. She has told Phoenix News that this is part of a broader push to protect children and strengthen penalties for sexual offenses, stressing that community reporting and victim support will be central to the ministry's approach. The minister has pointed to recent reforms, including the Children's Code Act and the establishment of child-friendly courtrooms as foundations of tougher enforcement and faster prosecution. Ms. Mwamba has emphasized that the plans to pursue legislative amendments to criminal law to make certain defilement offenses non-bailable and introduce harsher sentences for perpetrators, such as stripping the private parts for female perpetrators, are meant to strike a balance in resolving such vices. Okay. She has assured that at the end of her tenure, as Community Development Minister, Zambia will be sanitized through inculcation of morals that reflect Zambia's Christian national status.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's interesting, eh?
Very.
Yeah, so they're considering introducing this castration and this will probably
This
be
is
done.
like chemical. Did you say chemical?
Yes, it says chemical castration. I'm not familiar with what chemical castration is.
Yeah.
But we all know the meaning of castration.
Yes, they damage your
Yeah.
item, but when they add the chemical, it's also just the curiosity of
it
wondering, like,
sungunuka or what?
yeah, or maybe do they inject you with something?
Yeah.
Like maybe your apparatus just dies, like the nerves are killed or something. But anyway, I'm sure they'll explain any further. But looking at this whole situation, on one hand, let me put it this way. On one hand, I think it's a good measure. Looking at the stories we hear, the brutality and animosity we hear of these cases of defilement. Like the other day I saw, there's an article I saw, a case I saw on social media about this man who had defiled a child, and it's a child should have been between 3 or 5 years old, but the damage that was done to the child was so bad, like it just killed me, man. Like it just broke my heart. Like yo, like why would you do that? So when you look at that harshness and the brutality of what these defilers do to children, on a physical and mental level and the spiritual level, it's so evil and vile that one could only think the best way to sort such issues out is also something stiff and also damaging and physically and mentally to these people.
Yeah.
Because Fibisana
True, man.
that's what the issue is here. So I can see where this has come from, and I think on a certain level, it will definitely curb down on these vices that have, I think, gone on for too long and seem like the what can I say, the laws or thingies on them are not so strong. You have situations where, like, I think we talked about it last time, one of the podcasts, where we're talking about how some of these defilement cases are handled, where someone will defile a child, and then they'll approach the family of the child, and they
just have a
say,
talk
no,
about
let's
it.
just do they pay a figure or something like that, but the child has still been assaulted, and they've gone through this mental and physical harm. And to have somebody just override all of that with a small payment and a fast discussion is it's not right.
It's not.
It doesn't serve justice.
Yeah, but the reason why for that, like the way you're saying, most of the times what causes that, it's poverty, of course. If you look at families that are not well to do, these shanties in this compound, the reason why someone will have the audacity, even when they've done something bad to your child, you find that the family of the child that was involved, like the victim, was like, let's just sit down. Instead of saying I go to prison, let's say we'll pay you a 20. And if they look at their background, they don't have anything.
I see.
So as a reason, they'll just decide, let's sit down. Give us a 20 then. But umuntu na shala, like with the damage. The damage is there. The damage is big. If you remember very well, I think it's last year, where this gentleman is married to 2 wives. And this gentleman, you remember that?
Yes, that case, yes.
You remember that?
Yes, I do.
Like, he's married to 2 wives. Then this dude, with the daughter, ended up giving the daughter what? HIV and AIDS. And the foolishness with these 2 women, go there, police, trying to bribe the cops. Like, mtichosele kochewa muna watu. Mwana uyongati mfuna maboma. You can get the child. Like, okay, with such a person, do you think if they introduce such a law, is it okay?
It's okay. It's okay.
And I think I also wanted to speak. That's only for child defilers, huh?
Yes.
But basically, if a person that also, if they find that, I don't know if there's such a thing at first degree.
I think it's in general.
No, but maybe redundant because sometimes that no, maybe the case here, maybe the girl, they pressure for nani.
Yeah.
But like if they just find you fair, you forced yourself, there's evidence that's very overwhelming. Please, I think that should also like apply.
Yeah,
because people are taking advantage. Now, you know.
And I think if they did that, it would definitely reduce the number of these assault cases.
Yeah.
Because there's a way in which some of these things are handled, which is a bit disappointing.
Yeah.
Like the action towards the perpetrators and the way some of the victims are treated in some of these cases it doesn't seem to, be very just. Another point of interest with this whole thing, just on the other perspective, I'm thinking like some people are going to come out and argue to say, but ngabari kubepesha, that type of thing. Then also there are cases where there's no immediate reporting.
Yeah.
Let's say a crime happened maybe a year or two back.
Yeah.
Then you find
and then this case comes up and somebody alleges to say, oh, this person assaulted me. You get that kind of a report. Okay, because there are cases like that, but I think it's few and far between. They are not the norm. There are cases where maybe a parent might tell a child to say, oh, you tell them that this person did this and this to you.
Yeah.
In order to get back at that person. Right?
Yeah.
There are those instances.
Yeah.
So now in such an instance where the said event has already passed, the reporting comes a bit later. That's why I think it becomes a bit tricky. Because now, anyway, I'm guessing there'll be measures anyway.
There'll be measures
to prove it. Because if you can prove that, to say that, okay, this is actually what happened, it just means the level of investigation needs to be thorough as well.
That's it.
Yes.
That's a good point. The level of investigation has to be now top notch now, because you shouldn't just do that to somebody who's innocent. Imagine innocent. Why would be they know but no to
Okay. Instead of castrating you in Japan,
I think that's the only thing. The only thing I would say they need to do more work on, to say, okay, we need to have thorough systems and processes for certain instances where things are a bit hazy and not so clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, but where it's a straight up situation, cut that.
Serious.
Cut him up.
Overwhelming evidence. Let's go.
Because I am a report.
So you're in agree that they should be cutting
to reduce the number of those cases, right?
You know what I'm saying? Yes, to reduce the number of the cases, but also like financial underperfest. The brutality of these crimes, the injustice, the inhumanity. Like the story I mentioned earlier, I didn't just go into detail because it was a bit too graphic. So when you're dealing with an individual that level of savagery, I think my sympathy is gone.
Oh yeah.
The sympathy has to go.
My sympathy is gone.
I just don't find
you damage that child. So now better to go now so that that gravity of what you've done sinks in.
So it should be 50-50.
Hey, for that, especially like you're talking about children.
Yeah. Don't you think I think, to be fair, just letting them go in for life in prison.
No.
Instead of cutting.
I think the better way is you
the
to
better
remember
way. Also, like
the mistake that you made.
Yes. But as well, it's not. I think the other major factor with this, it's not just to make the perpetrator pay for their crime. It's a deterrent to would-be offenders. I think that is the most important thing, because when a crime has a stiffer punishment, people are more fearful of committing it. And as a result, it will reduce those incidences happening. I think that's why that level of harshness or brutality is required. If we talk about murder, somebody who's just stolen something, the sentence is different from a murder. And depending on the jurisdiction you're in, the country, place, or region you're in,
Yeah.
and the law that is there. In certain places, if you murder somebody, it's established that you've murdered somebody, you get hanged, you get put to the electric chair. You know, I don't know if they still do those shooting, executing somebody by shooting, but I doubt. But they have those extra levels they go to show you that this is not something you should do. Yeah. When you take a life, you must also equally be taken. Yours must be taken.
Yeah, like what surprises me, or what I always have in my mind is like these guys are defiling young girls. If you look at an anatomy of a person, like when we're growing up, of course, especially a girl child, like if you look at the body, she's not yet ready.
Yeah.
She's not yet reached puberty. Then me, what I always think is like, where are you putting that your thing, Paman? Like,
and
where?
You know, at that small level, they all pretty much look the same.
Yes.
Like, you know, boys, girls. So I think there are a lot of reasons and things that cause people to do that. There are a number of reasons. Some are psychologically disturbed. You know, they're not in the right mind. Some, of course, like the main thing would be psychological disturbance. Others is, you know, these nonsensical beliefs where they go to some of these witch doctors who, these fake witch doctors who give them all this funny,
if you do this,
yes, if you do this, and you know, they give them all this false information to say, oh, if you do this, you're like in a few instances I've heard like there are those rumors or those things they say like, if you do that, you, especially like somebody maybe who's got HIV or something, they'll tell them, oh, if you do this, you'll be cured of your HIV.
Oh, yay.
And so even in some of these cases, you find a lot. That's why now the kids also end up getting infected and whatnot. But that's just a few of the reasons, I think.
Yeah. So a person like that in society, it's definitely, they're not fit to be around in society.
No.
Because we live with children. We even him, he definitely, I don't know if he does that to his own child or whatever, to another child.
There are those that do them. There are those that do their own child. There are those that...
Regardless whether it's another child,
yes.
the punishment should be the same.
Yes.
It should be that.
Yeah.
Yes.
The castration thing, I'm okay with that. Because when you go to that route, then I don't think you are needed in society.
Yeah.
You
True.
should be somewhere else.
Maybe they don't have the confidence of talking to older women.
Yeah,
Because I think we have such people that are like that.
They are there.
Yeah.
They are there. But I think with those, if they still go to a child, if they still go to
bro, there are people that don't have the confidence, even when there are ladies out there that charge for intercourse. Like, they'll be there feeling shy, bro.
First of all, you don't have a friend who you can...
I think for those kind of people, they might go for younger, not necessarily children, like toddlers and nurses per se, but they'll go for underage people. They'll go for maybe teenagers. Who's 13,
someone they
14,
can easily
15.
control.
Yeah, somebody they can easily manipulate or, you know, get their way with, because somebody older who can challenge them and that type of thing. So to just kill all of that, you know. But it's weird. But I think the underlying thing is just you are not mentally sound, because we all have a responsibility to keep our environments and spaces safe.
True.
You know, so when you encounter such people, like, you need to let it be known that that's not tolerated, you know, and you distance yourself from such people, because that kind of behavior, it needs to come to an end.
Yeah, serious.
So bafunika chabe item out.
Gone.
Bagamba zona living without an item.
No, but in the grand scheme of things,
Yeah.
Who's thinking
True.
about them?
Ijaive kulibena chani.
Soma mvera chifundo ya.
Ijaive kulibena chifundo. Ngati kuliche mzako astache hivyo.
Vake. Afunki aenda section neva mjuu.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, so maybe we can move on to our next topic. Yeah, the Equatorial Guinea president's son was arrested for selling a presidential plane. Okay? Adish Shomkamba. Let me just read. This is from the BBC. Okay. So Raslang Obiang Nsu, Equatorial Guinea president's son, arrested over plane sale. So it reads: Equatorial Guinea's vice president personally ordered the arrest of his half-brother over allegations he sold a plane owned by the state airline. Equatorial Guinea's vice president personally ordered the arrest of his half-brother over allegations he sold a plane owned by the state airline, a government statement says. Both the vice president and his half-brother are sons of the president, Teodoro Obiang Nguema Mbasogo. Yo, that's a long name. He is the world's longest-serving president after 43 years in power. 43. KK did how many?
27.
27, yeah. Vice President Teodoro Nguema Obiang Mangu expressed indignation over the sale, the statement said. Raslang Obiang Nsu, a former director of Sieba International Airlines, sold the ATR 72-500 without the approval of the company's board to a Spanish company, authorities says. It is also alleged that he pocketed the proceeds of the sale. He has not publicly commented on the allegations. His half-brother ordered him to be put under house arrest and then transferred to judicial custody, the statement said. In addition, Nguema Obiang Mangu has opposed that the head of state suspend him from all his functions in the state company for orchestrating a sale of the ATR 75-500. An investigation was ordered last year after an aircraft disappeared while undergoing maintenance in Spain, according to local media. President Obiang has a strong grip on oil-rich Central African nation, which several family members are key in government roles. So I'll just end it there. Yeah, so this guy is accused of stealing and selling this plane, this state property.
Sambo mndara siri.
Yeah.
Ile mache bakagwira.
That's why awananga is amaningi mpawa.
Yeah.
Kuti
And it's also sorry, you can
you know because kuche azibeche like poyambira ni party they've served like for
43 years in power.
Guys.
Yeah.
Look at that. Your father is a president. You, the son, you're the vice president. The son is the one that oversees what the aircraft company of the state. Like, look at that. Those are top positions these guys are running.
Yeah.
How old is the man, like the president himself?
I'm not sure how old he is, but he must be old. For him to have ruled 43 years and he's still up and, you know. But I think this whole situation is just funny. I think they've just got an internal beef.
The brothers.
Yes. Between either with his brother or with his brother and his father. Like there's just, there's something that is done that has pissed them off. Yes. Because they're already kind of breaking the law, I think. Like, you know, they've overstayed their time in power. Yeah. And, you know, he's put his sons in these top government positions, which already is nepotism. It's wrong. Yeah. Everything. You know, I don't think this is the first time, like, these guys are selling or touching state property. I'm sure they've been touching it. And this particular son of his, he's been in the news for, like, being a very lavish spender.
The one who sold the
one who sold the airplane. Yeah. So it's his first time the first time I saw him in the media, I'd seen a video of him on YouTube where they're talking about him, about how, like, he spends so much money on this luxurious lifestyle, you know, flying to France, buying all these expensive cars, or ordering these expensive things from France. Like, he just lives that lavish life.
He's about it.
Yeah, but where do you get that money from as well?
It's government money, of course.
Yeah, state money. It's a crime already. Like, he been stealing. It's just at this time, I don't know what beef he had with his dad and his brother, that they decided to say, nah, this guy has to go. It's a whole family
guy
affair. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yes.
And the other thing, I think that's what comes with overstaying in power. You get comfortable at some point of like, no one is going to do anything to me. Like, mapange charo, like it's your own thing. It's your own place.
It is actually their place. They're dictators. They've taken over the place and like, you know, they do what they want. But in this case, even like when you say courage, I think it's not even an issue of courage. He was born into that. He's been doing that for his whole life.
He's seen his father doing that. And now
it's not the first time. He nicks a bunch of stuff. All this lavish spending he used to do. Sharef Makui Zambia. You know? He nicks that stuff. So for them to arrest him, I'm guessing there's something FOHTD, which they said, watch them.
Yeah, because they would have
it's not arresting him because he stole or he sold a plane. No. There's something else that he did that he's being reprimanded for.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the way I look at this whole situation. Because you can't tell me that Tare you know, he must have been taking stuff and he used to, according to me. You know, but
the confidence, bro. A plane.
Yeah.
Buy one pays and one pays I'm that.
No, bro, like I mean, like I'm saying, it doesn't take confidence when you are in it. You get what I'm saying? If you know that even if I sell this or I steal this or I take this, like the police can't come get me, no one will do anything because my father is the top man and he will stand behind me even regardless of what I'm doing.
Okay.
It doesn't take confidence. All it does is power. You know, you're tripping off the power that's there. And the way I look at power is like, if you want to understand the way power works, power is like alcohol. You have to the exact same way. When you take a bit, you feel good, you know. You flex a bit here and there. You take a bit more, you start feeling tipsy. You know, you drink more. Now you start doing some of the most ridiculous things you can think of.
Yeah.
Then that inhibition, that reservation we have, you just go in and do exactly what you want. So if you're a violent person, you tend to get violent.
Yeah.
You know, you are a lover, you become extra lovable. You talk a lot, or you are quiet and you would really like to talk, you start to talk more. You get it? So it kind of amplifies what's in you, but it definitely does corrupt you like that. With each passing time you stay in it, the more it corrupts you. That's why Abba is Shiba. The way you deal with power, you can't have power concentrated by one person.
Okay.
It will destroy you. No matter how good you start out, in the end, it will destroy you. Chimochi ni wabula ma bomb 5 It can't happen. So that's the thing with these guys, like, or this particular
they've been in power for a long time.
They've been in power too long, so they're already drunk off of that power. They have no inclination or even just idea
no one will do anything.
You know, they've kind of become like kings in some way. It's not like a presidency or a democracy. I mean, we had like Zambia, we had Castro Chidu.
Oh yeah, I've heard enough stories.
I move up Castro Chidu, the son to the former late President Frederick Chiluba. Yeah, quali Castro mwana. Quali wama stories. I do wama scandal Castro. You know, but each time he would do those things, he would never get the full consequence of his actions. At least from my knowing, as far as I know. He kind of got away with the things he did. There's my uncle tells this story. There's one of my uncles who was telling me this story. You know what for Castro? So at the time, my uncle was working in Ndola. So he goes out this one night at one of these pubs and, you know, he's there having a drink with a few of his colleagues.
Yeah.
And then Castro walks in. And he used to move with bodyguards. Being the president's son, he needs to have those people flanking him and protecting him. So he walks into this pub, right? You know, because he was short.
Quite short.
Yeah, he was short. Like, so they walk into this pub. He's there with these bodyguards. You know, he goes to the bar, and there's a gentleman drinking at the bar there. So this gentleman is there drinking, and I don't think he takes much notice of Castro. So what does Castro do? Like, Castro punches him in the stomach, like real hard. Boom! So Mdala adabu. Hey, so you know the man is there like trying to react. I think he hits him again. So no Mdala odi akali pawanate. Like, hey, Chishane. So he wants to start cussing, and what's this? I think the bodyguards restrained him. And then Castro, what does Castro do? He gets up and then he says, once he uses kakampika words, but once like, if you want to get money, send mutanta me apande mitowa makofi mumara. And so even the man who was punched now, he's there lining up first to get punched in the stomach.
Again.
You know, and this whole bunch of grown men getting punched in the stomach by this young boy, this young man who's the president's son. Well, that's the story according to my uncle. Allegedly, this allegedly happened according to my uncle. But this is just one of those stories you'd hear from Castro. But this is to bring it back. It's kind of like, you know, these things happen when you have these people who are our leaders, and you know they don't pay much attention to that. No, not that they don't pay much attention to their children. For one reason or the other, their children become they start to misbehave or they overindulge a bit.
Yeah.
But when they make mistakes, there's no consequence for their action.
Yeah.
So you create a monster like that. Until, like, you know, whatever happens. So even in this case with this Equatorial Guinea president and his family, like the whole arresting is just some internal beef. They've been stealing, but what exactly it is they for in shape? You know.
Kwale maskandos kwikotorogine. Takwa efumnena nikane the famous Bautez.
Oh yes. Actually, that's where Bautez is from.
The government is messed.
I saw that on BBC Africa that he got arrested.
Oh yes, actually
He got arrested.
He got arrested.
The man with
Too bad.
plenty sex.
That's something else.
Yeah.
So this is this guy, man. But you know, my internal beef, my family beef. But you should see that video about him. The chap lives lavish, eh? Find out my glasses naka pem so far they money come. Just like a weird looking guy. You can tell this chap is chopping the countries, man.
He's got money, this one.
That's why I think if you become a president or a leader, you know, you need to have disciplined children, or you discipline your children, or at least you need to let your children know that when they do wrong things, they have to account for what they've done. Yeah. Because you create all these monsters who go out there and do stuff. And we hear of these cases in Africa, you know. Is it Elizabeth Dos Santos? Yeah, at one point in Forbes, she was Africa's richest woman, billionaire.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but her daddy was the president. Oh, so. Yeah. So these things of daddies being presidents and you somehow get into some money. But won't talk about the other daddies and their daughters and, you know, to create a whole line of confusion.
In the land of work and joy.
In this land of work and joy.
Okay.
So if you became president, man, do you think you would hire any of your family members?
I think when they're qualified, if you're qualified, then I can do that. Problem is, you give someone who is not qualified a job, they become entitled. And the other thing is that when you become a president, there are those that will feel they're entitled to have a job since you are related. But no, I'm also just working for the state. I'm a worker at the end of the day. Even me. If you're qualified, well and good. If you're not, sir, it can't. It doesn't work like that. Let's put people that are qualified in offices and you're willing to work to deliver for the country.
Of course.
True, and that's like you've put it, man. Saint, what do you think about that? What let me not say would you hire your family members? Let me rephrase it. Do you think it's a good idea to do that? Let's say you are the CEO of a big company, or you are the president of the country. Do you think it's a good idea to have your family members in these positions?
That one is not really a good idea. Because, just when you just go to that top job, when you just, you are the president in that top job, definitely people want none. But then again, now you're looking at the bigger, the people who are looking up to you now. It's just not your family anymore now. It's the people at large now. Those are masses now. So now what you need to do is that, you just let them know, like, listen, and then definitely there's going to be 1 or 2 times when you can talk to someone and say, listen, this one is obviously, I know somebody that's qualified also. 1 or 2 times I would pull strings. Yes. But then that shouldn't be very close to where I'm working from. Families, Because definitely, guys, the people are going to be like, you're the top job. You simply just had to say this, and then you didn't do that. No, 1 or 2 times I'm going to do that. Yes, that's definitely.
But don't you think that's where now like problems begin? That's where you end up in situations where, you hire these family members. It's that sense of I think the challenge with hiring family or nepotism is that when you get in a top position like a president or a CEO of a company, there's a sense of entitlement that's there. Because we are family, one, someone will expect that I owe them a job. Then 2, this is now the downside of it. Say, because we are family, someone will expect you to be more lenient on them or understand or give them leeway.
Yes.
Even when what they're doing is wrong.
Yes.
Whereas if it's someone who's not related to you, you can easily sort the situation out because there's no personal connection.
Yes. So then that's when I can just like, you know what, when I do this, and then again, I am me. Definitely, that feedback is not up to me now. It's up to the boss who's in charge of.
Yes.
Okay.
Me, you cannot come back. That's just the rule here.
Okay.
I get you in there, but then if you go out, I cannot get you back.
Okay.
That's the thing.
Yeah, because
there are rules when you be there.
Yes.
That's all.
Because there are those that will be like, you can't do anything to me. I'll just make one phone call.
Yes. That's tarnishing, man.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the day, then we put again abantu bakamfunyapo.
You know I am you.
You will feel for this. Wamonaga, feel for this and can have to number where it goes round,
Do you know who I am?
You know,
Take out.
My father was this company.
You already then she. It's nice upon 12 hours.
You got to kind of a manager.
Like with when they're given the privilege of working, they also feel like they have the power to do anything. They'll be, I don't know. Even when they reach on the, let's say, on the roadblock, they'll be like, no, don't quite the initial thing that you need to have on your car to be moving on the road. It's like, me, my father is no. Or me, my uncle is that.
No.
Yeah. I think like I wouldn't like if I was in that position, I wouldn't. I love you, family, but I wouldn't.
Yeah.
If I became president, I wouldn't hire you. For reasons being, I think it's not the way we, like I explained, our family setups. We are kind of brought up with this notion to look after our families. There's nothing wrong with looking after your family. But I think where it has become detrimental to the African setup is that it has limited us in how we identify ourselves and who we serve.
Yes.
So ideally, all of us just do things for our families.
Yeah.
That's who we are as a people. So that kind of mindset is what goes into these offices. So now, when somebody gets in a position of power, what do?
You want to better your family.
You want to better your family. Even when the job you've been hired for is to better the state.
Yeah.
So you've got no real wider responsibility to the family.
Uh-huh.
You just took the job because it gave you a position of power and a certain salary. But at the end of the day, you are serving your family.
Your family.
I think that's where the issue comes in at that point. Then another thing is that when you indulge in nepotism, you create an inefficient and ineffective organization. Okay? Because there are people who will be in there because of their link to you, because of their relation to you. Not necessarily that they're the best for the job.
No.
An organization that functions well, or a government that performs well, is built from people who are there by merit. These are the best people we have to do that.
Yeah.
You know? So if you're going to get somebody who's, let's say, going to be the permanent secretary for mines, this needs to be somebody with a vast experience in mining. Yes, knowledge about mining and whatnot. I can't then go and pick my relative who maybe Adibombako mine as an accountant maybe for 5 years. Namuing Shapadi PS as the PS for the mines. You get it?
Yeah.
What will happen is now he will go and make mistakes, which will now have very huge consequences. Yeah, that's why I kind of think I wouldn't do that. I would probably have my own private enterprise because it's my enterprise. It's a private enterprise where I can kind of, throw those opportunities to my family and whatnot. But even in that private enterprise, if you are trying to become something, let's say like a Trade Kings or a very huge organization, you still have to make sure you are doing it with a high level of scrutiny.
Yeah.
Your family members who are in your business must perform at that high level. Because if somebody else comes who can actually outperform them, is way better than them, can increase our business, I'm firing you. Sorry. At the end of the day, you'll still be the one to come back to me and ask me for money.
Yeah.
Where am I going to get that money if we can't make this money? You get it? If he's going to get us 10 more million, you weren't getting us anything. But I fire you, he gives me 10 million so that I can give you a 500.
But the funny thing is that even in these families, you'd find that there are those that are willing to work. Even when you put them in a certain position, they'll work. All right? Even when they're wrong, there won't be a need of saying, whether my uncle, my cousin is president. No. They're willing to submit to someone despite their relative being a top position. Yeah. And there are those that are just culprits. The only thing, okay, my uncle is so. You can't do to me anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
So with me, I think it wouldn't be fair, even punishing those that would work, that they're there to work.
Yeah.
I don't think it's punishing them, but like I said, for those two reasons why I wouldn't. Like, I'll give them something outside, but one, the sense of entitlement. But two, if there's somebody who can work, they are willing to work, that's one thing. You can be willing to work, but are you the most qualified for the job? What is the value you're bringing to this institution? So it's not just about wanting to work also. It's about the value that you can produce at that institution. Are you the best candidate for the job? That's where now things also become a bit tricky. So if you are not, if you are the best, let's say maybe, we need a neurosurgeon and I'm the one in charge of appointing that. If you are my relative and you are the best neurosurgeon in Zambia,
the country,
then we can't ignore that. You are the best at it. But at least then we can always argue to say he got this on merit because you are the best. Other than that, who else are you going to get to do that? You get what I'm saying? But if you're just my relative and just because you work hard, like there's somebody who can work 10 times harder than you. You get what I'm saying? And to a certain extent, I think that's what has impeded a lot of our institutions, and you end up with all these funny situations where, a lot of businesses have died because of relatives.
Yeah.
Businesses, people have gotten fired because of their relatives. You out of sympathy or trying to fulfill a family duty, you get someone in a position or you hire someone in your business and they kill it for you because they were there talking rubbish to the customer, or they said something to someone they shouldn't have because they thought, oh, you are the boss. but the person they said that turns out to be your boss.
Yeah.
Your boss,
And you get fired. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's that with the nepotism thing. But it's tricky, man. It's tricky. It's tricky. It's tricky and it's not tricky.
Nah, it's tricky.
Don't hire your relatives, my business. Zakari. Don't hire your relatives when you become president. Now move for. Yeah. So yeah, the 100 kwacha and 50 kwacha notes are in.
Welcome.
Do any of you have the new 100 kwacha?
No.
Guys.
Not
I haven't
the old
even
one,
seen
man.
them.
Not even the old one, man. You've got the old one, man.
Bruh, you ain't even got the old one?
You ain't got the old one.
Even the old 50.
If you are 50, I can't remember.
Okay, no, but I understand, yeah, because these days my Airtel money and all this,
Yeah.
so we don't have that. The new notes.
Yeah, but me, I haven't seen.
No, I haven't seen them either. I think they were just launched.
Wasn't it just like 2 days ago?
A
A
few
day
days
ago?
Today is what's the date today? Today is the
So they should be
29th
in
of
circulation
August.
now, right? When you go to the bank, you're likely to
Yeah,
have
I'm sure
that.
if you've been to the bank or you're a
You're
business
likely
person,
to have
yeah,
that.
most likely.
But they've taken long.
That's that's something I didn't understand.
Yeah, they've taken long from the time they
first-
said, "Oh, we're bringing new currency, like the hundreds and 50s."
Why did these ones delay?
I don't know.
That's what I wanted to know. Like what was the delay? Because yadi first yadi safum. You know, and then all of a sudden, like these the 50 and the 100 are not there. It's like, where they at?
Yeah.
You know?
Because I was actually thinking that the 500 one was the one
Yeah.
that's going to delay. Because like now you get on a bus like
Yes.
these are like 500, 200.
You know?
But then like 500 was available, 200s were available.
Mm-hmm.
And then you also use the other 100,
Yeah.
which was also available, which is still actively available.
Like I don't know what's the delay with that. My economist, my accountant, help us with that, man. Explain to us why has there been a delay with this?
Yeah.
Why were these notes only released now? Why didn't they roll out with the other batch of
material
notes?
kape.
But anyway, they'll explain to us. For those of you who know my Facebook economists and accountants, that was up, you know. But yeah, that money is out.
So that means that these 100s and these 50s now, because kumbi ishine mpia shishu twale bomfevi. Kumbi nga wayane mpia we pano singa chinja ayo yeve sin matenga. So now I'm assuming now they'll start refusing Yambema notes. But which is not legal. Which is not legal, but that no okay. That's after they introduced the notes. That's quite a combinga wire. So that wait, you see that TikTok change or something. They'll tell you no, go to the bank and like you understand. Like she doesn't want to deal with those ones because maybe when she goes to order
the new ones,
they don't
the new
the
ones?
old
Getting
ones.
those, yeah.
No, because even when the new ones came about, like
No, you cannot deny the new ones.
no. Traders were like, which one is original and which one is fake?
Yeah.
Or maybe
I was like, for now, please, if you have the old note, I just want the old one. This is the new one, keep it, Mdara. Yeah.
Like
Where you're scared, you don't know how the original one looks like and the fake one.
Okay.
So sensitization.
Yeah, because people are bad.
So
When it was
sensitization.
launched, even those was like no printing up metro seats Mdara.
Yeah, because now that's the energy they're giving people.
Yeah.
Like it could come from there, and then I don't want to have a 500 kwacha. That's not real.
Just imagine you're in a
Somebody
shop
comes to
and
change at 5 pin or 10 pin. That's your deposit.
Hey.
All fake, man. 500.
500K.
But I think 500, that note is really helping out, like in terms of like money. What would you call that? Like when you
In terms of transacting.
yes,
Not
no
carrying
no at once.
But bro,
No.
the day you drop a 500, that's when you know.
That's the
You know, that's the thing.
I
Like,
hope that day never comes.
That's the thing.
Bro, 5 zao, bro.
and you know, like, my problem with the... My problem with the 500 also, I got it. It's a bit too big, you know, like even just change.
Yeah.
Yes.
It becomes a problem. Like you go, somebody gives you a 500 and you're just trying to buy like 1 or 2 items. Like, I don't need all of that. You
In
know?
a 500, ufuna ugule juice for 30 kwacha.
And munichemwe chionekera and the way it feels, man.
drink
Like,
ya 10 brothers.
But bechina ngchena mufuna daya ilifuna che
Ifuna
juice.
9 mpaka guys kali 400.
I don't know. I just don't like the feel of it. It seems a bit too light. Like,
I think we
real
should
like-
have ended on a 200 kwacha. It
I
was-
also think the 200 is okay.
yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. It's got this
200
thing
is
about it.
alright.
Yeah.
The 500, like,
No.
I can't tell which one's a fake one or a real one.
Yeah.
You know, I've got that fear as well. Like, someone can knock
But
me.
they've already done that sensitization. Have they done that?
I don't know where were they doing it.
They haven't
I didn't
done
get that.
Yeah,
We ain't
'Cause
get
I've
that.
also-
It's just
I'm
that
assu-
people
I'm
are just
assuming they did
observant.
it. Yeah.
Like you just observe, like okay, this is the way an original. So if let's say they brought something fake, that's the one. Quite whatever you can tell, like, cause definitely the
And
it's
you
fake.
see, the challenge also with this whole thing of trying to verify whether it's genuine or not. When we're transacting, usually it's not like we have all that time.
You don't have
sometimes.
that time.
Certain transactions are quick,
You're
you
on a
know, and that's
business
where they get you.
Mm.
They- Oh, bam.
And they make sure.
But I think when you're dealing with a bigger note or with bigger amounts, there's some you try
hold
to.
it. But still, like
I
it says,
can be
like,
quick when I'm
there's
dealing
no-
with hundreds or when I'm at 20 kwacha. Not
But you
stretch.
get used to having the right one.
Right? They, bakamba, mpiko mazade like kulicheyo bakamba. Oh, okay, hanara chero. Why? Ulesa mkufungulura.
No time ya 500.
No,
yeah,
because you
no,
get
bro.
used to people giving you the right one.
I mean, like that's why for 500s, I'll usually get like when I go change. If they give me a 500 at the Airtel there, immediately I go and spend it in the shop.
Serious?
I'm not trying to keep it. No.
Is it true that the dollar for baranda like when you if that like when you hold it like this, then when it goes back to its normal form?
I don't know.
Or like
about
so
that.
that
Also,
there are
those-
certain measures that they know. But them bank they be like through none kind of
Our bank, they've got rigorous ways
Yeah.
of checking because that's a
Yeah.
job. Their
Yeah,
job is to count
you
money.
do that every day, bro. You know when
Yeah,
you
there
have
are
fake money in
procedures
your
that
hand.
because that's
they-
when you hold it like that, it should
There are
sugar ya tamburu,
procedures.
otherwise-
There's, you know, I'm sure there's technology that they have to make sure that those things are just. But as an individual,
you
that's where
are
it
like
becomes a
sure.
bit tricky. Like, no, papa, today la pesa, you know. Yeah, but the 200 is alright.
Yeah,
It
that's
looks
a,
nice. Huh?
That's
But even the five gives that like, hey.
You know what my problem
know.
with the 5 is? You want to got one kwacha.
Oh, yeah.
So I still haven't gotten used that it's a 5.
It's a 5.
I keep thinking this is a 1 kwacha. And so I tend to drop them or like just place them the way I would the 1 kwacha. Then I'm looking for a 5 kwacha, not like, I had a 5 kwacha. Where is it?
Oh,
It still
those
hasn't ready.
Macoins.
Yes.
Yeah, the 5 kwachas, even like with the 5 kwachas, I think would it was okay to stick around with the same paper 5 kwacha.
Yeah.
Instead of making
The
those
coin.
coins.
Because you mistake them
Yes.
for thingy. But then they would have made them different from just being Idiaya Silver.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think with the 5 kwacha,
There's
they
like
should have made
is
it
there
like
not
the way
like a
they,
copper thing?
No, the thing
they
is
should
like
have made it like the way the 2 is.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
a copper thing.
Yes,
No,
it's
it's
like a
yeah.
band.
With
It's
the-
got this
yeah,
band.
but
That
then
is-
it should have been different now. The 5 kwacha should have, but I know the 5 kwacha is like it's
It's bigger.
thicker.
Yeah,
And
it's
thicker,
thick.
yeah.
It's thicker, and then that's how you would know if you only hold it. But then
I
you're
don't know, but
transacting.
for those in the church, that it's good. People are dropping 5 kwachas. There's no way you're going to drop the 5 kwachas. Shit, Chikoin Chizadi.
So it's good for the
For the
papas.
church,
Yeah.
yeah, because a lot of people are busy
That's
dropping
why
5
Mavani
kwachas.
Amasuti had to sing him a 5.
No, ma 5. Usambela nso nikairi. 5 sienzo onira kairi ni ya paper cha bondo boy.
Apa coin.
Uzamvera chema 1. 5 kwacha coin izalira. So you do
Apa 20 kwacha manja apa na makoini ali 4 nchuri nayo man. 5 kwacha ali.
But the 10 kwacha, the 10 kwachas are small. Eh? They're like
Short.
short. Like
Yeah.
I was like, what's the? I don't know. Anyway, these people have to explain. Someone needs to explain to me like
Yeah.
the design process of
But
money.
people are now
like, what
used
was-
now with this feed.
No, we're used, but it would just be interesting to know, like, why did we?
The
pick
reason
a,
why
like
they
a
made
short note?
a short note.
Is it because of constraint with materials? If so, why are the other notes the regular
Yeah.
size?
Oh, yeah.
Why didn't they just make all of them?
All of
like
them
short?
short.
You know, that type of thing. I would really want to know what that
short.
program is. Yeah, but it's a bit confusing. Yeah, I think 5 kwacha. Yeah. Ndayaposa sana. Nimwati yeah. Nka 1 kwacha. Or especially if they ask me for change that, do you have a 5 kwacha? I say, check. No. No, that's a 5 kwacha. I'm like, oh, there you go.
See that?
You know, but yeah, the 50s and the 100s are out. I'm eager to see them. It's unfortunate we don't have one here. Yeah. It would have been nice to hold one, spend one, you know, pose with some, a whole band, the whole stack. Do your thing
stack,
out there. Stack bundles, man. You can't be
up.
out here rolling with just single notes, man. You got to stack them up.
Anyway,
Yeah,
but
already
because
know.
me, the first time I thought we won't have hundreds. Then I was a little bit worried. I was like, no, 100 because every time I covered. Even if in 100 ngati kona ka 3 pin umvera kocha but watsako ka dunku nayo ka 3 pin.
Wewe jamaa inasata
Yeah. Something. Bro, mine got 500. Oh yeah.
Chibos, yeah.
Okay.
You know what
Now
that's similar
people
to? It's like when you go in the club, those days when I used to go to the club.
Yeah.
Like there used to be this thing we used to like doing like, yeah, let's make the table black so that people know that we're buying liquor, you know. And if you got the table full, it makes you feel like people. But then there'll be the people who come and pick the bottles, just come and take everything off, and then it looks like you aren't really buying anything.
You aren't really doing nothing.
Leave the bottles, man. Like, yeah.
So now we have the 100s. I'm okay with the 100. Nasunga kunga ni 5 pin yon ngakocha bad. Na ina mbas na fumia ko ve.
What's more 5 pin yama 50?
But I'm not going to have a 5 pin for 500. Kala monika face was like and then fulena monika kwati ningi kwata kwa FP.
But anyway, like I don't like personally when it comes to money. Nah, I'm not trying to get you to check out my money.
You're not flashy like that. So let me ask you a question. Do you count pera kama wasenda musipende pala peni?
Apa ATM kuikala pa yawapush for it.
Then when you are done,
afu mapa ATM umbia yapo hata monombo kupenda. Abantu new.
Tabaku ibira bro.
Because I've seen that. Some people like forget that.
Yeah.
Some people be like that. It's like,
na kupenda ro. You 5,000.
You just flashing this money like around like that, you know.
Right?
Because that's around the bank or just around the ATM. The thugs they're looking. They're looking at all. Okay.
You know.
So Zambia.
Because I'm just like, that's where it starts from. You when you get your money, you count it from right there, out just after a few meters away from the ATM. No. Ngawatisa na motoka kapendera ko motoka ngawatisa limjani kane kabia kukunu muko.
Some people just don't have that. They, you know, like you say,
some people don't
you
have
get people to see you. But the thing is, when people see you, man, you don't know. Like streets is watching, man. Like that's how people get robbed.
Epo angambile no kuroba umuntu apopenya. Ashimone mpia now what?
You know, like I was actually, I think about a few months back, I was attacked. Like I was coming from, I was at Long Acres Mall. So there was someone I was supposed to meet there, but they told me they were by Atletico, by the futsal pitches. So I decided to take a walk along the JCS road, then enter from that side. So I'm walking along Gaigan Road, JCS. So I had this car. I like carrying these to my bags.
Especially those to my bags. Those to my beach bags.
And this is like 20 hours. So I'm thinking, hey, I'm in Long Acres, you know, I'm not even thinking about it like that. Just there strolling. So after an upchat at JCS, and I feel like where the futsal pitches are, and I feel like almost near the corner. The road was just clear for you, so
no people.
In fact, when I was coming through, there was 2 cars. Pantanch. It's like they were jumping. One car was jumping the other. So as I got closer, I push it for then the other car, U10, they all went the same direction. Bye. So after those people just left, the road was clear. And within that short space of time, this car just pulled up. Yadini Allion. Now, you see what messed me up with it being an Allion? My younger brother at that time was also driving an Allion. So I thought, oh, maybe it's him. Okay, but guy, shofari kwa tutuma manners top. But some got fear for kupunka.
Or trying to come close to you and stuff.
So it didn't register to me that this is not him. You check. So I thought it was my brother. So I actually So now I saw solar video. So I moved to the side. So I thought, and because I'm still thinking, oh, this is my bro. So I start walking towards the window of the car. Then this dude just popped up from the window there, like tried to grab my bag. Like, in that split second, how my brain went from thinking this was my brother to like, oh shit, it's going down. Now it's
happening here.
Like, now I've come again.
It's over.
It's over.
Yeah.
You know, so so I had any reflex. So the other was reaching out for me. I hit his hand like that. So I think the driver saw like, oh shit, like it's a failed mission, you know. So I hit his hand like that. Then the guy quickly went back in, and then they sped off. So right in front there's just before JCS Kayaka Road in Gardigesh.
Yes.
But like a hump.
Yes.
So they slowed down there. So I thought, should I chase through and at least try to get the number plate? There I said, no, it's all good, Like night kakari. But you know, nice this guy's trying to rob me so I couldn't believe it. Like,
of course, I think they thought it was one of these guys. Yes.
Afterwards, I said, "Oh, car bag." So you know, as I turned, but my foot so pictures, but start heading down, start jingile kwa entrance here to my Atletico. What do I see? Another alien comes and parks right in front of me.
Alien world.
Is it the same guys they've circled back now? Where some terror bosses that would like they want to finish the job.
Like we are here.
So some guys is ruthless like that. So now I mean, the car is also not moving. The lights is just on. Said, hey, and because I didn't see the number plate from before, so I said, so like jump the road. There's another road that so that's where I went. Boom, went into that road. Then I could see there was like some security guards there. So I just went and stood where them dudes was at, like, Wakam. Then he's like, yeah. So I turned around and like, my guys up.
This is not safe, man.
Like, hey, what? Who sent these dudes, man? I'm like, Wakamba, my guys they tried to rob me, you know, like, my guys on bed outside. And you know, these guys with them, instead of just saying, oh, too bad, this dude, like one of the guards is like, they tried to rob you. Drama, you have money.
What you want to know?
Let's
Are
what's
you-
in the
So now I'm looking at him
them?
like, hey,
I don't have money, bro.
what's going on? You trying to rob me
But
too?
did you really, like, what did you have in the bag?
No, nothing. You see, that's the
You
beauty
didn't
about
have
it. Nothing, bro.
Oh,
Nothing. Yeah, because you took my Airtel money back.
Mhm.
Like I know people think like
You have money.
you might be an Airtel
Now
agent or
Gombo gonna
MTN
NPR,
agent.
Shani.
Like you might be a mobile money agent and you got money in there. So I know that there are targets like if you got those items on. So I never really put anything in them except papers and pens where I'm writing stuff on them.
Yeah.
My phone was in my I have a jacket. It's got an inner pocket.
Yeah.
My phone and my money was in that pocket.
Okay.
So even if they snatched the bag, they weren't really going to get
Failed
anything.
mission
It was a
still.
failed
It
mission.
was gonna
still.
be like
So it was that was just the experience. That's why I was saying like, yo, bro, just counting money out there, like,
Yeah.
man, I'm paranoid, bro. Like this, when it comes to being robbed,
Yeah.
nah, I'm not trying to get robbed.
Throughout,
like
like
that.
that.
Yeah.
And speaking of getting robbed and attacked,
Yeah.
there's a clip I saw of I think supposedly she's a South African lady.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so she's walking. She was here in Zambia,
Mm.
walking, and she's taking a video. And then the caption kind of says, "Walking peacefully
In
in Zambia,
feel-
not feeling afraid."
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
feeling safe and walking and what's this.
Mhm.
So I saw that post, and then there were more posts kind of down there, kind of saying, "Oh, like other people started commenting on their experience in Zambia." Some of them from SA and a few others from other countries. They're like, "Oh yeah, I remember my time in Zambia. You know, Zambia's safe. You know, some Zimbabwean people there as well. Like, oh no, you know, yeah, Zambia's cool like that. It's a nice, safe space. You know." And I'm looking at these comments. I'm thinking, mate, like, where do you like? Where are you people at? Yeah, like, is Zambia really that safe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. With my comment with despite the crimes and everything, or maybe other people getting robbed, Zambia is one of the most peaceful countries in Africa, I would say in the world, bro. Like,
You sure in the world, man?
yeah, in the world, bro. Like, it's one of the peaceful countries.
Yeah.
You know, with Zambia, a foreigner might come and ask you like, yeah, bro, ningatazi wako buno, we not be free. Then you would respond.
Yeah.
All right. That's peace, bro.
Yeah, but I really think, and then it's not just, so you see, you as a citizen, you're saying that, but even the people that, I also have friends that are, you know, they're from Botswana, they're from Namibia, they're from South Africa. I've asked people, like, how are you finding Zambia? Especially now, we've got like a lot of foreigners around. Yeah. So like when you ask, like, oh, like, how's Zambia for you? The first thing they say, it's like, you guys are peaceful, eh?
Yeah.
Like, it's peace here. I would go to the I find peace in here. So like that's one thing. Even people that are just from our neighboring countries here.
Yes.
Our neighbors here, they're saying this place is peaceful, but then I'm not sure about the work ethic, but they mentioned the peacefulness.
Yeah, there's peace, bro.
On the peace, we're good.
Well, you won't just be moving anyhow then like there are those incidents, of course, inside job, like where someone is robbed at gunpoint, but it doesn't happen so often in the streets. You'd be moving in the streets, of course, ni time.
Yes.
With time, because you can't say you'll be moving in the night.
That's the thing. But then again, I think when you talk about foreigners, the ones that would say something now, okay, the ones that would have a different perspective are the Chinese. Yeah, I think most of the times when I hear people are robbed, it has to do with the Chinese.
Yeah,
because they're
moving with a lot of money. They saw them from point A until they went to point D. Between there, they got robbed. Moving with excess cash gets you,
because they move with the same to my bags. Like,
yes, you're hot at that moment. You're hot. So when you're moving with money, excess money, you're hot.
You know that kind of thing. I think, comparatively, in relation, let's say, like if you relate Zambia to SA, it's a very different place. Like Zambia is very peaceful in that respect. I remember the time I was there for school. I was walking back from a lecture with a classmate, a lady. So we're walking along the road, and these armored vehicles pass. So I'm walking and I'm talking, and she freezes up, you know, and I don't realize it. I just notice, where is this chick? So I look back, and she's kind of like, no, move from there. I'm like, what's up?
Why? Like,
she's like, hey, bro, like when you see these vehicles, man, like, yo, don't be too comfortable, man. Anything can go down. Like me, when I see these vehicles, I don't feel safe. I'm like, they're just delivering money, though. Like in my Zambian mind, I couldn't process that. Like, you know, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
You know, but she was really freaked out. So we continued walking, and she was explaining to me, bruh, here it goes down, bro. Like these things, some dudes can just pop up here and like something, you know, it's cracking, you know. But I didn't realize that. So when I think back to that time, compared to Zambia, yes, there is that difference.
That big
but
difference.
I think, I don't know. Maybe it's because I lived in Chilenje for a bit.
Okay.
And the time I was there, it was a bit grimy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was grimy. Quite time like Chilenje. There was a group called the 15 Boys. But just there was a lot of tuma crimes happening here and there. So these 15 boys, they used to move like 15 deep.
Oh, 15 deep.
Squad of 15 young chaps who are, you know,
they're ready
out
for
there.
anything.
They're ready for action. And they terrorize the hood, you know.
Yeah.
From Chilenje, Chalawas, these people are driving in the night. One favor post such egg on the screen. Boom.
So that when
or
you
something
when
on
you,
the screen. When you're there distracted, you're trying to check, they bounce on you. You know, you at the gate there, you thinking you chatting with your girl or whatever, boom, attack you. One of my relatives was attacked just right there in front of our gate.
in front of a gate. Eesh, that's crazy.
There's another chick from the neighborhood. She's outside talking on the phone, and somebody hit her with a brick. Like, like, how? Where? From like. So even the same chick was traumatized. Like, hey, when it just reaches like 17, 18.
Inside the house.
You know? And just a few other people where like, somebody's like, no, and I'm thinking, and I'd lived there for a while, you know. Like, luckily enough, I hadn't I never experienced any attack or theft in that manner. But you'd hear all these stories of other people getting jacked and that type of thing.
Yeah.
So it's always just been like on edge with that hood.
With the neighborhood, yeah. You have to be careful.
And I think that's the advice I would give to our friends.
But in Zambia, I think it's once in a while convert in such a place. There's such a group. It's once in a while it happens. Then it was like, oh, there's such a group. So if you're moving this area, please be careful. It's once in a while, but they don't go for a long time. They get nabbed.
Yeah. That's the beauty about it.
They will find you. They see 5 guys, they will find you.
Yeah.
They
will find you. You might do it for a certain period of time, but
they'll get you.
I swear,
it's a matter of time.
Whether you live in Chiboria or where, they will find you.
But you don't want to be a victim.
Yeah, because I've also been a victim of getting like. Kwempa muline mdala.
Yeah. So to the foreigners, like to our neighbors visiting, those who are here for school, it's peaceful, but know where you at. Know where you at, and just avoid moving late. Because some of these places now, what's happening, you might think it's a safe place. This issue of snatching phones and what's this, even just attacking.
And the funny thing is that, most of the guys that are snatching phones, Motoka, actually those guys, a number of them, they're not Zambians.
Someone actually told me that.
Bro, we're moving. I'm coming from 6 miles. Prism.
Yes.
From DMI, then the next station. Like, okay, the bus parks there.
Okay.
Parks there. Then this alien, tint. Because there were 2 conductors. Then the other guy was like, but why are you driving like that? How about for a minute? These 2, I think they're Somalian guys. Bro, in our country, you come out like that? This is not even your country. I was like, yeah, bro. Hey, Shan. That's how the driver came out. Now, I was like, this is not your country, then.
Imagine.
Bro, the guts.
The audacity, man.
That's how when they heard a lot of people like talking, I was like, that's how they got into the car. But Shan, because like,
those are guys who have lived in this country for a long time, and now they think that.
So if you look at their car, it's tint, like it's black tint, bro.
And what's up with these aliens, man? These aliens, man. People selling aliens. It's like they're the choice of vehicle for a lot of these crimes.
The aliens and the Mark X.
Mark X. Alien and Mark X.
So, like, it's these foreigners. They're not actually, a lot of them.
Someone was telling me that. Someone was telling me
So me from I was like, these are thieves. Facts.
So we need our immigration to be on point.
Scammers and these guys that are snatching phones.
They're
not actually Zambians.
We have a lot of people now here that are foreigners.
There are some Zambians.
Yeah, there are some Zambians,
a good
but
number of them are foreigners.
Umuntu akutumina phone ati niko Airtel, but you don't sound like a Zambian. Safu mepaka rusere akabendi mchinyanja.
You can't even insult properly. Hey.
But anyway, that's that, guys. I think we've come to the end of our show today, our podcast. Yeah. To our friends visiting, you're here for school, you're from Zim, you're from SA, Botswana, anywhere around the world. Come through. We're good people,
Yeah.
You have a good time, but it gets grimy sometimes. Yeah, be careful. Know where to be and know what time to be in certain places. Because there's this whole thing of peace there, but it has a grimy side to it as well.
That road now is, what's this? It's Kalusha.
Oh, it's Kalusha.
Oh, yeah. We actually have someone coming to Zambia through, to visit Zambia soon. He's coming through for a performance. He's a social media legend.
They actually call that guy like the first.
Bro, I'm going to see that man.
You know what they call that guy?
What they call it?
First, no, it's actually a sentence. They say like, "Oh, that's the first child who's been able to spoil his father."
Yeah.
Like very,
Yeah, that Bali
I
from
followed
Uganda.
that, like, you know, like, that's a very interesting thing to see.
It is, but
That
you
man
couldn't
only-
avoid it. It was
Yeah.
on everyone's timeline.
Yeah.
That-
At a certain point, when you're scrolling, you
No,
see,
that-
see that you see, like on my timeline,
Yeah.
I'll see two things. Is that Kasem Dara
Yeah, yeah,
Wah,
Yeah, yeah.
in a wah,
Yeah.
in a wah,
And
in a
the-
wah,
can I guess the other thing?
Yeah.
The meow 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 meow.
Yeah.
Meow meow meow
Meow, meow,
meow meow. Like
those things on my timeline,
Guys.
man. To Chadi Shupa.
Guys,
It's like, who's making these things, guys?
those guys were, I don't know if they still are, but they were a sensation at the percent. People in Japan were doing.
yeah,
Oh,
worldwide,
they,
bro.
they
Do
blew
you
up, man. They
understand
blew
that?
up. They went
Yeah.
viral, like
Yeah,
all over
they
the
are
world.
viral.
Man.
So
Like,
I even there's a time I called him and I told him, like, he said these guys are going to come to Zambia at some point.
yeah,
And
they
me, I
will.
argued.
Yeah.
I was like, no.
Yeah, no,
come
like
and
to do what? But
No,
I
Zambia, they will
knew
definitely
Yeah.
do
that,
that.
like, once
You
you're
know?
a sensation, people are out to get you.
Yeah.
That man only shakes his waist.
I'm
Sorry,
I'm definitely getting the ticket. I was like,
You know what I want to see when I go there? I just wanted to perform another song. Like let's
Okay,
see,
yeah, we've
bruh.
seen that.
How
What
many
else you
songs
got?
are you performing, man?
it's not. It's only the beat, bro.
Like, are you gonna be performing like that song? Like,
You
the
know
whole
what
time?
will happen? Yeah, probably. Like
Yeah.
that's what happens. I remember, forgotten was it, which artist was that? There's one of these artists, I think, Nigerian artists who came through.
Yeah, out of
And like they came through because of some hot song they had at that point.
Yeah.
And he kept trying to perform another song.
Yeah.
And people was like,
Nah.
no.
we want that.
that one
No,
again.
the
Like
other one. You came here for that song.
yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Like a whole concert
Yeah.
based off of one song.
That's
It
it.
happens, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's that,
Yeah.
peeps. We'll check you out on the next one. Thank you for watching us. Keep watching Mitch. Subscribe to attention. This land of work and
We
joy,
still
man.
going stronger.
Yeah, get you some new 50s and 100s.
Yeah.
Stack bundles, not singles. Yeah, that's that. Have a blessed week. If you want something, we know. See you next time. Peace.
Bye bye.